What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Brent Watches Babylon 5 for the first time. Today, I am watching the season 2 episode, The Geometry of Shadows. This is the third episode. Thank God we're past the last one. The last one was boring. I get why it was important. It was kind of wrapping up a whole bunch of different stuff, but I just really didn't care for the last episode very much. I hope this one's much more exciting. I hope this one furthers the plot. I hope it does all that sort of stuff. It's just a good episode because I've come to expect good to great episodes right here at Babylon 5. If you guys are new to the channel, I am watching this as the whole thing says for the very first time. I've never seen this. I have no idea what it's about. I'm completely unspoiled. Please, if you're commenting down below, and I very much encourage you to do that, let's keep it spoiler free. Thank you very much in advance for doing that. And to those of you guys who like fight on my behalf, you guys are awesome. So thank you guys so much for helping keep the integrity of this show, because it's really hard to do with a 30-year-old show. What else? Like, subscribe. You guys know how YouTube works, right? Everybody asks you to do it. I'm going to ask you to do the same thing. I think the like button is like down there somewhere. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's right around in there. And then like subscribe button's probably up there somewhere. And then right next to is that little bell icon. So hit the little bell icon. It's going to be in and around there somewhere, guys. Maybe it's over here. I could have completely messed up. I could have completely missed it. This episode, where are we? Basically, here's the deal. Coming off the season premiere, everybody's back in their place. Jakar's back home. Londo's back home. We've got our new captain. He's all settled in. He doesn't feel guilty about his sister or his wife dying anymore. Although I'm sure he still misses her. Ivanova is just kicking A and taking names. Garibaldi's back from the dead, and Lanier is awesome. I have no idea where Veer is. I'm kind of missing him. And apparently we have a new Natoth. Whatever. Let's figure that one out. But let's jump into this Shadows. Listen, Shadows, it's one of two things. I said this on the last episode. Shadows is one of two things. It's either a specific organization that's out there. It could be tied to Earth, could be something different. I'm not really sure. It's this ancient organization that Jakar is talking about, or, you know, Kosh seems to know something about it. Delenn certainly seems to know something about it. I don't know Bupkis about it. Or the Shadows is like a metaphor, like a collective term for all the bad stuff that's happening. It's the things that cast shadows over the station. It's one of the two. I'm not really sure which one. We'll find out as we go further. Hopefully we find out more about what the shadows are in this episode, Geometry of Shadows. Let's jump into it.
Hey, Michael. Want to talk about it?
Doc, what do you want me to say? I got shot in the back by my own guy. What the hell kind of a security chief am I supposed to be if I can't see something like that?
You can't be expected to know everything.
Yes, I can. You know, I keep asking myself what qualifies me to take back my job, and I haven't got an answer.
You want to know what qualifies you to take back your job? It's the same thing that got you your job in the first place. But I get it. Garibaldi's a little trepidatious about going back to work, about whether or not he should be there. His confidence has been shaken. That's probably perfectly normal after something that he's been through happens. And he's gonna have to get over this. I hope that I'm not as bored by this storyline with Garibaldi as I was last week by Sheridan being oh so guilty over the death of his wife.
The Emperor is old, sick, and frightened. The recent death of his son, there's no clear line of succession. When the time comes, my associates and I intend to fill that vacuum.
I think that we have a great deal of work ahead of us.
Londo wants to become the new emperor. I can't say I blame him there, honestly. All right, that Drazi fight, like that's totally a setup, right? Like they're doing that on purpose. That they're doing that while somebody else is doing something else. This is the distraction, right? That's totally what that is, because they all looked like they were nodding to each other. This is like an organized thing that's getting ready. That something's going down.
Great maker. What? A Techno-Mage. Looks like a human. What's a Techno-Mage? We used to have them back home long ago. They use science to achieve the effect of magic. This is definitely not good.
How long has this fighting been going on? It's been building for the last couple of weeks. It's a cultural thing. Once every 5 years, all the Drazi here and at home divide up into 2 camps and fight it out. Whichever side wins the most victories becomes a dominant group for the next 5 years.
Maybe the Drazi fight wasn't
There you
a
are.
distraction.
I have been looking everywhere for you.
Veer, do you believe in fate?
Yes. You know, somewhat. Why?
Before our first emperor took the throne of the Centauri Republic, he consulted 3 Techno-Mages who gave him their blessing. They want me to help restore the Republic? Oh, I will consult them. It will have considerable influence back home. Go to them. Arrange it. I'll be in my quarters.
Londo, I really don't think I want to do this. Londo?
You don't have a choice, son. That's your job. Take a drink. Take a drink. Get the green stuff. There you go. Get the rest of it. Get the rest of it. That's funny. Man can't hold his liquor, can he? Uh-oh.
Yeah, come in.
I've been expecting you to come by for some time. I talked to Dr. Franklin. He says you can come back to work anytime you want.
Don't know if I'm ready to come back or if you want me to come back. Maybe it'd just be easier on everybody if I resigned and moved on.
The universe doesn't give you any points for doing things that are easy.
Mm-hmm.
Your record
Was he contemplating suicide?
colorful, to say the least. And everything I've heard suggests that you know this station better than anyone else. I need someone I can trust running security.
This station is dedicated to the goal of finding peaceful solutions to our problems. We would like to find one here.
Green.
Purple.
No, I understand there are 2 factions, but what is your point of contention?
Purple.
Green.
That's it? Well, then how do you choose the leader for either side?
He who takes leader cloth is leader.
So, okay, let me get this straight. The Drazi are a people group. Every so often, they go to this barrel and they pull out sashes, and some people get yellow, some people are purple, some people get green, and one of each has a leader mark on it, and that divides them. And then they fight until they're one again, or they fight till like the other side's just completely. What? What is this? Okay.
I am Veer Kato. I'm here on behalf of Ambassador Malari, and I need to speak to someone who is in charge.
Beer's about to get eaten. Or pay no attention to the monster behind the curtain. It's fake. It's all in his head. It's fake. It's all in his head. It's not real. 100% not real. Ha! I told you. I told you.
I work for Ambassador Malari. My employer requests an audience.
I'm sorry. Neither I nor my brothers do private audiences. Do not come again, Veer Koto.
So is it Kodo or Kato? Because it's always been Kodo, but here the character himself says Kato.
Come on, Doc, there's got to be.
Does he not know how to pronounce his own name?
Your foot is broken in 3 places.
Unacceptable. You'll have to go back.
It won't work. They're not for sale.
Money and power.
Londo
always
has a
matter.
picture
Not
of
to
himself
them.
over his mantle.
I don't think it's a good idea for anyone to get between them and where they're going.
Being seen with them, being given their blessing would be a powerful symbol back home. But if they won't come to me, perhaps they will come to someone else, someone they can't ignore. I'll be right back.
Where's he going?
Hey, Chief. How you doing?
Hey, Lou. Fine. You?
You know, the usual. Me and the rest of the guys were wondering, when are you going to come back on duty? Look, we bought a cake, all right? It's been sitting there for 2 days now.
Are you kidding me? You pass up a cake for 2 days?
Look, just, you know, it ain't been the same without you. Catch you later.
I got to be
So
honest.
you are familiar
Lou's
with the
cool,
Techno-Mages,
but I wouldn't want him as
Only
my
by name
security
and
chief.
reputation.
Let's keep Garibaldi.
I've never seen one before. Wasn't really sure they even existed.
The green's up the ante. They've started killing purples, not just hurting them.
Have the local Drazi heard about this yet?
I don't know.
She's got to do this on crutches. 10-1, those aren't real people. Those are just dummies they threw on the floor.
I insist that neither I nor any of my clan represent any threat whatsoever to the station.
And there are an awful lot of you here, over 100 according to security. You're going?
We have a right to go.
I'm not
What?
looking to cause you trouble.
Did I just jump
would
into a
like
different
some
episode?
Questions answered, that's all. There are still some questions that I need answered.
Why are there hundreds of them?
Where
There
you're
were supposed to be
going,
3.
what's this group all about?
Captain, do you believe there is such a thing as magic?
I do think there are some things we don't understand.
It is within that ambiguity that my brothers and I exist. That is why we are going away, to preserve that knowledge.
From what?
There is a storm coming, a black and terrible storm, but I cannot tell you where we're going. I can only ask you, trust us.
He bribed him. How much money you put in there? They put a feather. Dude, you. Oh, it's an orange blossom. I get it.
You're making a mistake of galactic proportions. Assaulting an Earth Alliance officer, attempting mass murder.
Green must fight purple. Purple must fight green. Is no other way.
Just my luck. I get stuck with a race that speaks only in macros.
Who was that Star Trek? The Packlids? We are smart. You make engine go. We fight, we kill purple.
Sir, I'm looking for the lady of the house, assuming you're not the lady of the house. Yeah, matter of fact, if there's anybody in here who needs a little help, just say the word and I'm here.
Garibaldi!
I'm surprised he didn't fall on his own knife, because I would have expected that to be how they would have done that.
Ambassador?
Pierre, I now own 200,000 shares in a spoon ranch.
That
Spoon
sound.
ranch?
That hideous sound.
Non-opera.
Ugh.
I have to find a way to stop this.
You could always apologize.
Apologize? Never.
Apparently that's what he needs to do, is to apologize.
You are now the owner of.
This is our way. You could do nothing.
But don't you understand? This is insane. It doesn't make any sense to go around killing each other over a piece of cloth.
You do same, yes, for flag, for honor.
That's different.
Is it?
Yes. Our flags at least mean something. It's not as arbitrary as yanking a color out of a box. I mean, you're fighting and dying over a stupid piece of cloth.
That's a
There's nothing
legit
special
question.
about it. It's not patriotic. It's got nothing but this stupid little star in the middle of it.
Who takes green is green, follows green leader.
You're saying this because I'm holding this right now? I'm Green Leader? All right. Green Leader says, you're all coming with us down to the quartermaster's office. I'm sure there'll be some dye hanging around. Those of you not spending the next 2 months in the brig for assaulting an Earth Alliance officer are going to look absolutely gorgeous in purple.
It's one way to solve it.
Hello? Hello?
I apologize!
That's all he needed to do.
I will go now.
I will go now. Oh no. Oh no.
I wanted to thank you for your amusing little gift. It took me 2 hours to repair the damage to my quarters, and I don't think the smell will go away for days. Now, if I may ask, does this torment end when you leave?
I'm afraid you're going to have to spend the rest of your life paying for your mistakes. Not this one, of course. It's trivial. I have withdrawn the spell, but there will be others.
What are you talking about?
You are touched by darkness, Ambassador. I see it as a blemish that will grow with time. As I look at you, Ambassador Mallory, I see a great hand reaching out of the stars. The hand is your hand. And I hear sounds, the sounds of billions of people calling your name.
My followers?
Your victims.
ship carrying the Techno-Mages is requesting permission to leave.
Permission granted. He says we'll not see their like again. And the part of me that still believes in magic says don't be so sure.
Is that it? Okay. I don't know what to think of this episode. I honestly don't know what the point of this episode was. I'm not sure what they did in this episode. Like, it felt like they were going somewhere. It was fun. It was going to be cool. They were going to land. But where did they land? I'm confused. This episode was like had good promise. It's like the episode shouldn't have ended yet. Like it wasn't over. There's still more to do. They were just trying to get Londo to apologize and then tell him he's going to have a whole bunch of victims. And then the Drazi are like, the last thing we saw of the Drazi, Ivanova is going to go down to the quartermaster and get some dye and dye all their things purple. And then that I guess that solves the whole issue. That doesn't feel wrapped up. What is it with season 2 so far? I really like Sheridan, by the way. I'm digging him. The way that he delegated responsibility and then went hands off and refused to take it back. Like, that's a good leader. I can't wait to hear Jeff talk about that on the main show. But I like Ivanova getting promoted. Garibaldi is back in the fold. What was the point of this episode? I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm gonna have to think about this one a little bit because we're actually getting ready to record. I'm gonna hop on with Jeff here in the next probably hour or so. I may have to watch this again before we do that because I don't understand what the point of this episode is. Don't tell me, by the way, don't tell me what the point of the episode is. I'll figure it out eventually. Wait till I get to the end of the run and then come back and be like, yeah, that episode was just stupid and had no point. What did this have to do with the shadows? What was this about the geometry of shadows? This show made no sense whatsoever. I guess I'm just going to have to leave it at that. We'll see what happens next week. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. No Jakar, no Delin, no Kosh, no Natoth, no Linear. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for me this week on Brent Watches. Listen, you guys, make sure you tune in on what's it going to be, Monday, when this episode drops, maybe Sunday. I don't know, somewhere around there. I forget what he does. Jeff takes care of that part of it. But make sure you guys tune into that. Jeff and I were going to get together. We're going to talk about this. We'll do it all. We'll put through the whole pace, We'll take that Star Trek lens and we'll apply it to this. I'm definitely gonna have to go back and watch this one again because I just don't get it. There's a cool line by the Drazi where, are you really doing this just for a piece of cloth? Isn't that ultimately what all wars are fought for, is over a piece of cloth? Does it really matter? I don't know what to say. Well, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, all that sort of stuff to this video. Thank you guys for watching. And I'm going to go scratch my head while I try to figure this whole thing out. Talk to you guys later. Bye now.